Record on the computer. Okay, so we're going to talk about a few things because I feel, you guys know that my leadership is lacking. And I feel like a theme, it kind of rolls downhill, and my leadership is lacking. I feel like I'm giving you guys the leadership you need, and you know how to train your teams, and so on. And I feel like we've lost so many consultants, really strong consultants, over the past, which is very often. So I wonder if, you know, the more we grow and connect with people and to keep up with things. So I try and do a better job. A lot of things have been passed down to the directors, like the calendar. Cassie Ross came up with that, which I think is amazing. I mean, she just had a baby, still doing that. So I'm not computer sharing with you guys tonight because I feel like it makes my the video lag, and it's just very annoying. So I upload all the files. So if you're passionate about files, you can find them on our leadership. Where did I put that one? Okay. So the first go over are these awesome tabs, these awesome little stickers that they came up with. So they're basically something to do every day of the month, which is awesome. Am I breaking a lot? Yes, ma'am. Oh. Okay. You guys know the box where we live. Okay. Let me go get my headphones. Okay. All right. You're even pretty when you're sick. You're so pretty. That is not a flattering angle. Okay, I don't know if it's the audio or the actual video, so we'll see. Hopefully that's better, guys. My internet is terrible here. Okay, so these are the stickers I was talking about for every day of the month, basically, except for Saturday and Sunday, which is awesome. And do as many of these as you can. I don't think that it's physically possible with everything that you have going on in life to do all of them. Just do as much as you can and what you think you can do. But I think it's a really good idea. So I went ahead and have my planner. If you guys do not have a planner, which I think both of you do, I don't think I have to worry about you guys, then you definitely need to get one. And make sure your teammates have planners because they need to keep track of things, okay? They need to keep track of their training for their downline, and that's kind of where we're going to go. Share these with your teams. This is really, really important, guys. Share it with your teams because if I train you guys on something or if I get trained on something, I want it to roll down to our downline, which I think is one of the issues that I've had with my training. So just for example, like I said, I'm not going to go over everything in detail, but you know, she has on here the first day of the month that you'll send out the cancel emails, which is super, super important. I've been doing that the beginning of every month just because they have 30 days to get active. So if they know right away that they need 200, some people don't know, some people don't keep track of it, and some people actually just buy $200 a month to stay active just for themselves, which is fine. Clean up your team page if somebody did go inactive the last month, then go ahead and take them off. Make samples for the month. If you get it all done at once, it's better. Can you share your email you send, please, after this time? That doesn't even make any sense. So you're gonna get your frontline goals also. You're gonna get PRV postcards ready. If you guys don't do postcards, I think both of you do postcards already for your teams, right? Okay, so mail outs are great. Sometimes people miss that, and that's not a big deal. because it's not really income producing, but it is important for your teams because it makes them feel important, which is pretty good. And finalize expenses spreadsheet for the month. If you want to do that, you can. I have not started doing that. That's above where I'm at. Okay, guys. So Monday is a follow-up day. Send circles from PWS orders. You guys can read over this. This is basically telling you step by step what to do every day with your customers, with your team, with all these things to help your business have some sort of system, which is what I've been lacking. I feel like very unorganized lately, and this is really going to help me. So having these printed off every single week for me is going to be huge. So I really want you guys to utilize this and use your, show it to your team members and share it on your team pages, because it's really huge. I think it's really going to help your business and their business. What do you guys think about this? Have you guys, if you printed it out, I know, Crystal, you probably saw it on the director page, and Jordan, you were just looking at it. What do you guys think about this?
I bought my labels. I bought them like a week ago.
Okay, awesome.
On my
With Crystal's on death's door.
Yeah, pretty much. But I bought them, and it's like on my top to-do list, so maybe.
Maybe. Well, let's just get you feeling better first.
Ugh.
That's kind of what I'm concerned about more than anything. And see, that's the thing, guys. You have to take care of yourself. If you can't, you have to take care of yourself. So, Crystal, if you need help with your team page or with your calls, let me know. I'm like,
thanks.
You're welcome. I just don't like it's too much.
My head just hurts. Like, if I could just make it stop hurting, it wouldn't be so bad. What'd you say about liquor?
I didn't say anything about liquor. I said I was quiet.
We know where her head's at.
But you just went there.
I was at work today, and I walked by Dr. Berger, and she was talking about somebody Wicker, and I said, her middle name is Liquor? She said, no. I said, Wicker. I was like, no, I'm pretty
I need help.
Right.
Emily, you're muted for some reason. It's either your audio or something.
I think it's my earphone things. This thing doesn't work.
Oh, well, now you're good.
Can you hear me?
Okay, so Jordan, we're actually, Emily, we're talking about this calendar system with the stickers. Did you see these?
I did.
Okay, so we're just kind of going over them if you got to take a look at them or not. These are really great. I'm going to start doing this every single week. It has like first of the month. I think it also has 15th of the month and then end of the month. The 10th of the month. And then I don't know, does it have end of the month? Yep, 15th of the month. And then end of the month. So I'm just going to get in a feel of what you guys like about this and how you're going to share it with your teams, because it really needs to be shared with your teams. Because if they start this off early with the organization, it's going to help them dramatically. And like I said, I did not have a system before. Typically I would do first day of the month, I would send out the will cancel emails, and then the 15th of the month I would talk about sent and warmer of the month, and then front loading near the end of the month. So that's really all I had. So this is really going to help me and hopefully help you guys focus in on growing your teams, because you guys are leaders and we need to lead, and sometimes it's really hard when you have so much going on because you have to lead and take care of your own business, and that can get overwhelming. So what do you guys think about these labels? Are you going to make any changes to them? What are you going to do with them?
I might make a couple of changes as far as like, I don't know, some things that I do typically throughout the day. I don't know, maybe add in a couple of things like post a personal post or post an inspirational post or something like that, because that's what I'm trying to incorporate in my business the next, or at least in my social media over the next few months, kind of branding myself and getting fans for myself rather than just all about Scentsy. So yeah, gaining followers that way as well.
No, I think that's a good idea. And like I posted on our leadership page, And it's not trying to like deter you guys from posting motivational things on your team pages, because it's your team pages, you can do whatever you do. But what I've noticed is when we overpost on our team pages and it's things that aren't relevant, people aren't going to go to your team pages as much, and they're not going to look at everything you post because they're going to think, oh my gosh, it's a kitten hanging on a poster. Like, it's not relevant to help them. I mean, it's nice. Like, I love a little good hanging kitten, but it's not going to help our teams, and that's what I really, really want to start focusing on.
Isn't she the one with the accent that you told me that I need to listen to?
Yes. Oh my gosh, Allison, talk for us, please.
Am I muted?
No, you're not.
There you are.
I wanted to be muted because I look like a hot mess.
Girl, same.
But I'm pregnant, so it's all right.
So, Allison, I have to tell you, completely off topic, but me and Jordan talked about you the other day.
Oh, God.
Nothing bad.
Nothing bad. But Jordan lives in California, and she loves to hear Crystal talk because she loves her accent. And I was like, you haven't heard anything yet. And I said, you need to hear Allison talk because she's
I didn't think Crystal had an accent.
You don't think Crystal has an accent?
Is Crystal on?
Yeah, she's on.
Yeah. I don't think Crystal, well, I guess she does. I guess. She just sounds normal to me. I guess that's fine.
I guess that's why.
That's just because it's a Southern thing.
It's gotta be, but I think it's like shocking to Jordan to hear all of us talk. She's like, ooh. You guys talk funny down there in the South. Okay. But we're talking about these awesome labels that Chastity came up with to help you organize your calendar. So everybody's kind of going over what they're going to do. So Jordan, you added yours to your school calendar. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are you doing with yours? Do you like the flow of it so far?
I liked it. I have changed some things like the team day where it says reach out to 5 frontline. I don't have 5 frontline. I have 4. Mm-hmm. So I incorporate 2 of my frontline and then 3 of my downline because I have a larger downline. I have a 19 team, and I only have 4 of actual frontline. So obviously I'm going to try to focus more on my downline as well as my frontline. Yep. So that's something I've changed. I've also added to refreshing up my my sponsors and my downline to kind of know. I have my own binder specifically for them.
Binders.
And it goes by titles. What?
Love it.
That you got. Like, she is so organized, it makes me sick.
So like it goes by title, and if you look at it, like this is my essential tab, and it's I don't know if you can see it, but it has like the name, and then it goes by like who their sponsor is, their join date, when was their 70s days date, when was their shooting star date, did they achieve it, dates achieved of all their promotions. I literally have that for every single person on my front line and down line. So I've added to update that on my team days because I have one girl who is actually on my front line and she's like a sponsor freak. So
is it Cynthia?
Yes.
Yeah,
she sponsors like 1 or 2 people at least a month. So I'm like trying to keep up with her.
She needs to go live on our team page and tell us what she's been doing.
I've tried and asked, and she just says that all she does is just ask. Which, I mean, I get it, but it's like, what are you saying? Like,
okay.
Something.
Well, then I'm going to message her.
She already has 1 this month. She sponsored 1 this month. It's only the middle of the month.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's one of the things I feel like sometimes we get so off schedule and like, guys, we have to do the same things that we're asking our teammates to do. So when we're asking them to sponsor, we need to be sponsoring. When we're asking them to create systems, we need to be following the systems too, because we can't expect them to do things that we're not going to do. So I think this system and these files that Chastity created for the calendar breaks down everything you need to do that day and makes it a little less overwhelming to be a leader, because it can be overwhelming. And this way it kind of breaks it down what you need to do day by day and do as much as you can that day. Obviously, some days, I mean, we all have jobs, we all have lives, and you might not get to everything. So kind of prioritize what you really think is important that day. Like on Monday, follow-up days. Connect with your daily 5. Build relationships on social media. That's going to be more important than adding 5 people to your VIP group. Building relationships is where it's going to be at. So kind of look at these things, and if you can't do everything in one day that's on the list, prioritize what is going to be the best for your business and the best for your team. Okay? So I'm going to let you guys print those out. I uploaded the file. If you guys have any questions about it, it's pretty straightforward with what you need to do every day. And, just buy your stickers, add them to your calendar. If you guys don't have systems, you're just going to drown. That's all there is to it. I was drowning this month. In the past couple of months, I'm not gonna even pretend that I had it together, because I didn't, and I needed a system. So I'm glad that Chastity had her baby and was able to do all this in her time. I don't know how she did that, because I was struggling when I had a baby, like just to stay alive. So there's that. Another thing that I want to talk about is one-on-one calls with your team. So what I've been doing, and some of you guys know this because I've already called you, but I have been reaching out to 4 or 5 of my frontline or downline that I see as going to be really, really strong in this business. And I've been working with them one-on-one way more than I ever have. So if I haven't called you yet, I'm sorry. It's been a crazy month. But where did I just lost my thing. Okay. So what we've been doing are these calls, and I uploaded these sheets today. Did everybody see the coaching call forms?
Yes.
Okay. So if you haven't reviewed them yet, that's okay. Just take your time. So basically what it is a form for each different level of a consultant. So let me pull up one. I think I sent Jordan the star one. Let me print out real fast. So these are really easy to use. You can actually add these to your Google Docs and send them out. I have just been using the PDFs and sending them out and letting people fill them out that way. Whatever works best for you guys. I probably will add them to Google soon. Okay. But I'll show you one of the forms. This is for a star consultant, and I'm going to start doing this with everybody that I can every month, especially focusing on those 4 or 5 people. If you have a smaller team, like Jordan was saying, her front line is smaller than her downline. So she's going to dig into her downline and look for people who are constantly sponsoring, who are having high PRV, who are doing things, who are training themselves. Guys, I can tell you, if people are training themselves, they want this. If people are setting up their own team pages, they want this, okay? So make sure you focus on those people and build connections with them, because we don't want to lose them. We really don't. And it's so hard when your team gets so big to have contact with everybody. And I think that this is where these forms and these kinds of systems that we're going to set into place are really going to benefit us and our team members. Because sometimes, I feel like I haven't talked to some of you guys in months. And that's not okay. That's why I need to get my butt in gear. So these are the coaching call forms, and I did upload these. So basically it goes over the name and date you joined Scentsy, the date of the coaching call, previous month PRV and GWV, current month PRV and GWV, how many team members you have, and how many are active, how many are certified. Do you have one-on-one scheduled with your front line? Are you connecting with your downline, doing Zoom calls in person? What are you doing to connect with them? Do you have a team page? I'm going to hit on that one hard tonight. Describe in detail what sponsoring looks like to you. Do you have a follow-up system for your customers? What is it? What is the biggest obstacle you're facing in your business currently? So with all of these questions, you're going to get these questions, send these forms out before you do your calls. Me and Jordan did one last week.
Mm-hmm. 2 weeks ago.
And 2 weeks ago. See? Oh, my life. So we did one 2 weeks ago, and I think it helped both of us. It helped her realize where she was in her business and what she needed to work on, and it helped me realize where she was and what she needed help with and what her strengths were. Because she has way more strengths than she gives herself credit for, and she's doing a really, really good job. And then one of the things that she had an obstacle with, I don't think we kind of like talked about it and tried to figure out a way for her to go past that. So I think all of these things are going to be really helpful with building your teams and help building like really good leaders. Like Jordan's one person I don't have to worry about. Like she has her one-on-ones scheduled every month normally. She's connecting with the downline. She has a team page, and she's always trying to sponsor. But these things are things that some people that are newer to leadership might not know. And if they don't know it, then they won't do it. And that's how we're going to keep losing team members. That's all there is to it. If we're not connecting with them, if they don't know about a follow-up system, if they don't know that they need to have a team page, which I'm really going to hit on, guys. You need to encourage your downline to have team pages. Okay? If they have 2 or 3 people, I don't care. Have a team page. It is so fun for them. Okay? They get to name their team, even if it's not permanent yet. They get to be the leader that they need to be. Okay? If they're sponsoring like that and they're doing things like that, they need to have a team page and they need to step up into a leadership role. Obviously, you're not just going to like kick them out of our team page, and they're more than welcome to use anything on our team page or ask any questions and be added onto this team page, which I think we really need to grow as a team on this team page, because Anchored Sense is getting so big, which is great. I highly encourage you guys to connect with other consultants that are not on our team. But when it comes to our team, we have to be strong. Our core has to be strong. And without that, our teams are just gonna, we'll lose 1 here, lose 2 here, and that's how it's gonna happen. So I highly encourage you guys doing these calls, and I highly encourage you to take 4 or 5 people like me and Jordan were talking about. Dig deep. They do not have to be in your front line. They can be several levels down. You just want to look for people that are recruiting and are hitting high PRV. And make sure that you talk to their sponsor first before contacting them, and just say, hey, I saw so-and-so was doing a really good job. I would like to reach out to them and let them know of the potential that I think they have. And also let that leader know that they need to do that as well. Because people, like, they don't get that recognition a lot. So what do you guys think about these forms if you had a chance to look over, or if you had a chance to use them? What do you guys love about these forms? What do you guys think would benefit from changing? I want to hear from you guys. How are you guys working? Do you have 4 or 5 people that you think that you can make a list of that are going to be rock stars, and how are you going to work with them? You guys can unmute yourselves. Don't make me a call of names. Okay, Emily, here you go.
Sorry, we were having some difficulty putting the kid down, so I missed a little bit of it.
Benadryl.
Yeah.
Benadryl. All the Benadryl. So we're doing these coaching call forms.
Yeah, the coaching forms.
Yeah.
I like them and I read through them. I haven't used them yet.
And that's okay. But you're going to use them or use some version of them, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So do you have 4 or 5 people that you think, or if you have a smaller team, pick 2 or 3, something like that, that you would think that could be really, really, go really, really far in this business?
I definitely have one.
Okay, one is good. That's somewhere to start.
Yeah. Yep. And I have one more. She needs a little bit more encouraging, but I think she'll do really awesome. Yep.
What's her name?
Danielle. She just got active today, so.
Awesome. Well, let's shout, after we're done, shout her out so we can all give her some love on our team page.
Definitely.
And then also on your team page, because you have a team page, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
I need to put more on it. I'm working on that and trying to carve out some time to put more on that as well.
And that's one of the things that the labels will help you do, the weekly labels.
Yeah.
Which actually
Definitely.
tells you, like, hey, you need to post on your team page today. You need to do this today. So I think that'll help with that.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to chime in? Crystal's about to die. I don't know what's going on over there. You're good? Allison's been awfully quiet tonight.
I'm just listening.
So Allison,
She's been pregnant for like 9 years. She's trying
I
to
feel like she's really been pregnant.
I thought I was gonna have this baby like a long time ago. I'm almost 38 weeks.
Pregnant.
This is unheard of.
Why are you so pregnant?
Why are you still pregnant?
I don't know. Because I prayed I would stay pregnant until 37 weeks. So God's like laughing at me right now. He's like, "You're gonna be pregnant till you're 41 weeks now." Ha 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 ha.
Basically.
I didn't
That
make
was
it.
my daughter. It sucks.
Yeah, I was really early with Jonathan. So doing this whole full term thing, I'm just like, what is this?
I think I hit like 32 weeks, and I told him, like, I called Matt at work, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done. You can get this baby out of me. Like, I'm done. And he waited till 39 and a half weeks to come.
Oh.
That's miserable.
I still
I know
haven't
you
recovered from my last pregnancy, so.
Do you ever?
Mm-mm. And I know you see everybody else having their babies. Like Chastity had her baby.
And Felicia.
Felicia had her baby.
Jessica had her twins.
Oh, Jessica had her twin. I forgot you knew Jessica. Jessica had her
And
twins.
they're being little rock stars, 32 weekers, and they're like off of everything. I couldn't
know.
believe it.
I'm just gonna say too. There's gonna be a lot of Spain babies.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like Macy's gonna get pregnant. Spain babies. A lot of people, like, anytime you guys will learn this. Anytime you guys go
Y'all don't even
on a
know.
trip,
Oh, there's somebody else that had a baby.
That's where Marley Joe. Stop it, Honcho. That's where Marley Joe came from.
yeah, but they were trying really hard. Every time you couldn't find Chastity and Chase, we knew what they were doing.
my
They were like,
I've seen a lot of people saying that they're gonna stop the birth control right before we leave so they can get pregnant in Spain. I'm like, yeah.
I'm gonna get pregnant, and I was like, ooh, have a good time, Chloe.
Crystal will not be one of those partaking in that.
Me either, Mike Concho. Me either.
No more babies for Crystal.
No more. Okay, so Allison, you have, I know you've been busy, just dating a baby and all. But have you had a chance to look over any of these files yet and see what you're going to be doing for your team? Because I know,
No, I have not.
girl, I'm going to slay. I always mess it up.
I
Soraya?
was just about to pull that up to see what you were talking about. Did you just post it today?
Mm-hmm. I just posted it today. So just when you get a second, take a look at it. It's really going to simplify the way you follow up with your team, which I think has been, like I said, an issue for all of us. When we were a smaller group, we all talked to each other. We all checked in with each other every day. Like, we could do calls with everybody, and it's just not like that anymore. And I think we kind of got off of that, and that's what's causing, people to fall off. But Soraya?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna say active.
I'm struggling. She ignores me. Like, I can like click on my Yahoo Messenger and I have like 8 messages I've sent her, and it's like I don't know. It's really bothering me. I'm kind of just like giving up on a few people.
Don't give up. No. Because like I talked to her today because
she has on her thing that she's put on in order, but she just won't talk to me about it. I don't know if it's because she joined paparazzi and is kind of scared to talk to me about it. But she won't talk to me. We used to talk all the time.
We'll just talk about something besides Scentsy. Build that relationship back up. Maybe it just needs to be built back up. And maybe she is a little bit worried that you're going to get on her about joining another direct sales company. So I would just build it back up and, you know, work one-on-one with your team, because I know that we've all been losing people like crazy, guys. I think we're set to lose 12 this month. And it's March. It's a new cat. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't make sense. So obviously something is not connecting, and I don't know if it's because we grew so fast and people aren't being trained right. That's kind of what I think. And
so I'm pretty sure out of my people, I think the only one that I'll deactivate is Danielle, and I've talked to her. She's the one that Sarah recruited. But like out of 6 months, she sold about $300. So like she's saying that, you know, her family can't help and she don't know anybody at school and doesn't have many friends over there. And I mean, I've offered all the suggestions and everything I can do to help, but I short of putting it in for her.
yeah, and you can't do that. You have to work your business. You just can't.
That's what we call energy vampires.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, she would deactivate eventually anyway, because she's put in about $300 in 6 months, just barely enough to stay active. So, she's going to go, but I think Saray will stay, and Jamie's definitely going in. She had a rough month. She had one of her best friends passed away from cancer that she worked with. So she's usually like a pretty good rock star.
I noticed that, and I was going to message you about that. I was like, something's going on with her, because normally she's active on the team page and she has this awesome PRV. So I figured something was up. And see, that's the things, guys, that we need to know about as leaders, because we're not just here to sell Scentsy.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to be supportive and help other men and women when they need it. That's one of the best things that I've gotten from this company.
Right.
So, Allison, you know, I'll pray for her. If anybody else wants to start a prayer chain, I know you guys I don't know how everybody is, but I think we can incorporate that more, definitely on my team. So, but yeah, just make sure you guys are, you know, implementing these systems and then showing your teams how to implement these systems. So important. When they first start out, you know, you don't want to overwhelm them. You want to go over this new recruit instructions. Sorry guys, my camera's somewhere else. So I uploaded this today as well to the leadership page, and it's basically a step-by-step of what to do when you have a new recruit. This needs to be utilized by everybody, because if people are not doing what they need to do, people are going to fall off. You know, they're going to do their first party. They're not going to hit certified. They're not going to hit different levels of sensational start. They're going to feel like they didn't make any money. So what's the point? Nobody's supporting them. They don't know what to do. They feel lost. Guys, this is so important to train your downline. And I feel like I've said it and I'll say it again. I feel like we're not doing the training, because if we trained them the proper way, they would train their TVs the proper way. And I'm not saying that that's with every consultant, because you can train some people and it's just not going to happen. That just happens with direct sales in general. But I think it's really important that they understand, especially when they first start out, that you know, they understand the shooting star and hitting certified and the importance of it, and the importance of them actually believing that they can get this incentive. Okay. Ashley just jumped on, but She earned the Mediterranean cruise, her first incentive. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And it's possible. So it makes me so frustrated when people don't keep track of the incentive or think they can't do it when they just start out. They actually have more of a chance when they start out because they have those promotion points. I don't get promotion points.
No.
It's the saddest thing ever. So I really have to focus on my recruiting and hitting my numbers and getting people certified. So it's not just like a walk in the park for me, or for any of you guys that are like star above. It gets really hard after that, but it's so obtainable, and I feel like people should know that, and I feel like the training has just been lacking. So what I've been doing, or what I've decided to do, is I'm going to do a new consultant training the first of every month. I'm going to do a Zoom meeting that I'm going to post it on our team page. You can invite your downline. You can do it on your team page. I don't care. I think when I talked to Chloe about it, I was like, how can I train? Because I recruited 6 people last month. There's no way that I could train 6 people, plus do all my own home parties, plus stay sane. It just wasn't going to happen. So she was like, why don't you just train them all at once? Duh. So I did that, and I just feel like it's on them. I can only do so much. Like, I can offer up the training, I can offer up my time, and then follow up with them and do these calls with them. But they have to kind of do the rest. But how are you guys training your teams? Do you guys have a system in place? What do you guys do to train your new consultants? I want to hear what you guys do that you don't, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's
But I
okay
do
to
like
not have a
this form.
system.
I'm reading over it going, wow, dang, that's really
I try to make them, like, I try not to overwhelm them. So of course I train them on foundation. But then I'm doing a video. Bye, Felicia.
I hear Blake.
Oh my-
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yes, I need liquor again. Oh my gosh, y'all heard the word liquor. Okay. So the workstation, and then I just try to make them focus on the first 70 days. Beyond that point, I try not to push anything extra on them. I just try to give them the short-term goal, let them know, all the parties. Don't ever be scared to start recruiting now. And then pretty much just guide them through the first 70 days. And then after that, I tell them, okay, sensational start and shooting star and all that is gone. So here it is, you are now officially on your own to lead your team, or lead yourself. Not on your own, obviously, but, booking all of the parties, consistency, follow-ups. By then, they should get it. So it's pretty much, hey, do you have any questions now? And then just keeping them rolling forward.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I can't. I think that's really important what Crystal said. I think that focusing on the first 70 days is so important, because when we start throwing things at them and we just think that they are on the same level that we are, they are going to get scared. I've had somebody say, like, I asked them to do a list of 100, and they're like, I don't know 100 people. I need to, I don't need to do this. This isn't for me. And I was like, whoa. You only need to do as many as you can. Okay? I'm not asking you to do 100 in 5 minutes. I'm asking you to take a few weeks, think about friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, things like that would buy, host, or join. And she was like, oh, I can do 20 a week. Okay? Simmer down. It's cool. You don't have to get 100. It's not a contest. And I feel like some people feel so overwhelmed. So I think that's really important what Crystal said, to really focus on what's important. Those first 15 days. Then the rest of their 70 days. Okay? If they recruit in that time, that's fine. If not, let's keep going. But let's get them past that. Let's get them past their launch party. If they're not having launch parties, you don't know how many people on our team have not had launch parties. That's crazy to me. Okay, Jordan is a phenom, though. Okay, that's not normal, Jordan. Jordan has not had a home party, and she like kicks our butt in PRV every month.
What?
I don't know what she does.
How you did that?
How you do that? But like we talked about that. That's one of her goals, is that she's gonna try and do more home parties and get more involved in her community. Because if she's doing the PRV now without the home parties, imagine what she's gonna do with the home parties. We're just gonna have to fire her. That's what we're gonna have to do, because she's gonna beat all of us in PRV every month. No, but like encourage them, you know, have this system, have this, you know, contact them within 24 hours, you know, make sure they know what their action plan is, have them schedule a home launch party date. If you can make it to that. If not, make sure you train them on how to do the party before. If they're out of town, I've been doing FaceTime with them to prepare them for the party, and then also doing FaceTime to show them how to close out a party and use the rewards and all that good stuff. It's so important, guys. It's so important to make them feel like they're here even if they're not. So important. So I like some of these questions too. This is really, really cute. Like, who inspires you? If you could be any animal, which would you be? I personally would be a honey badger. What are you passionate about? Why did you join Cincy? What's your learning style? Best method of contact. All of these things are ways to connect on a deeper level. Not just like, hey, you signed up, let's get you certified. Where's the connection with that? There's no connection there. So this is one thing that I have got to work on too. Like, I need to be more connected with my front line and my downline. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but I really love a good idea. And I love Jordan for how she has a filing system for each team member. And then you can use these coaching call forms to stay on top and make sure you keep doing that. So Jordan, thank you for calling me out, because I need to do that. But these are the things that are like really, really important. You know, use those files that we uploaded today. Make sure you have those calendars and that you're having daily responsibilities and you're following up. That you're doing your calls and you do calls with intent. What's the point in doing a call if you're just like, if you have nothing to go on? That's why I love these coaching calls. It gives me some background. It tells me what they need to work on, what their PRV is, how far they are away from their next promotion, things like that, so I can help them. Also, the team pages. Once again, you have got to have a team page if you're a leader. That's all there is to it. You have to have a team
I
page.
have been trying, and Facebook is not letting me do it.
I am watching you hard. Like a
And
hawk.
I do not know why it's not letting me.
Well, let me see if we can talk about it after. But because I know you've been trying. But I don't even know if Theron has a team page. Does Theron have a team page?
I think his team page is the
You
Cincy
do.
guys team.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Yes. Cincy guy has a Cincy
Hey,
guy team
Theron. I
page.
didn't know you
Oh
were.
my gosh. I can't.
Well, yeah.
I need to
Do I have
add my
do I have
Cincy manager.
interaction on the team page? No. But do
You
I have a
as
team
much
page?
as
Yes.
I have.
Well, that's the thing, guys.
Right?
Oh, it's tough. It's tough, especially like when you have a smaller team to get interaction. I remember being so afraid to start a team page because we went from Anchored Sense, which had over 1,000 people on it, to I think we started when we had like 6 people.
I mean, but really, like, I even posted on my page the other day. Why would anybody want to join a team? If you're adding them to your page as a Dream Team member, why in the world would anybody want to join your team when they see absolutely no one engaging, no one's helping
No
each
one
other,
engaging, nobody welcoming. Yeah.
and even after that, nothing. And I'm like, well, there's your problem right there.
Yeah. And that's one thing that we all have to work on. Like, if you were on somebody else's team page and you see somebody and they're like, hey, welcome so and so. Tell her how it's blessed guys, jump on that. We don't want them to feel alone. We don't know how it felt to like join a group and know nobody and just
Then it's like they're
friend
scared.
them.
They're like, oh,
I-
well, if my leader's not ever posting or commenting, oh, well, I'm not going to do it either.
Exactly.
It drives me nuts.
I will add my dream team to Crystal's page, but it's not until they join that I add
That
it
you
to
add
my
'em.
page.
Yeah, and that's fine. That works out too because she has a bigger team right now, and more people are going to welcome them, and then they can go on your. I think that's a great idea. If you guys want to do that, you can do that. But you have to like engage with your leaders. You guys know that I will message you. Oh, have a low power. You guys know that I'll message you and ask you to go live on our team page or do something on our team page, anything, post that on our team page. Like I asked Emily to post something on our team page that she just posted on her regular page. So I think you guys need to start doing that too. Really ask people. And sometimes I tell people this is terrible. I'm sorry, I'm like moving you guys around because my battery's about to die. I did not lie to Ashley. I would like to tell Ashley that I did not lie to her. But I kind of did. So the other day, I felt like Ashley needed a little push into some leadership. So I told her I wasn't feeling good. And I asked her to take over the team page for a few days. I'm so sorry.
You're such a little shit.
I am. But guess what? Somebody, like, they were excited that somebody else was talking to them.
They like to hear from other people.
They loved you. They get so sick of me. What am I going to do? You know how many times I can unbox Scent of the Month? It's the same thing.
I do
People
not. I
want to
like
see
watching
appeals.
you.
I mean, honestly,
you're gonna after about a year, you're gonna be like, oh.
I asked Darren and Joy, like I gave both of them a day to run the team page. And I mean, I really didn't give them a reason. I just asked them to. But honestly, it was just I needed a break. Like my mind needed a vacation. And I was like, you know what? These are my two leaders who are always engaging and acting on the team. Let me just have them run it however they want. Darren made nobody cry, so it was a great day. And
I tried.
You cried?
I tried not to.
So that's the thing, guys. If you need a break, which we all do, I actually asked Emily, like I called her in last minute to do a vendor event for me because I was just having, my anxiety was through the roof. I couldn't do anything else for anybody that day. And she stepped up and she came in and she did that vendor event. And that's the kind of support that we need in our group. And I'm sorry I lied to you, Ashley. So sorry. Next time I'll just be honest with you. But I was just like, I think Ashley needs to step it up. Because I know the potential. Like, I see the potential you guys have. I really do. I see it in each and every one of you. Or else you wouldn't be on this call because you wouldn't be a leader. So that's where we're at. So one of the things that we should all start doing is asking other people to jump on your team pages and really jumping on. It's not my team page. It's our team page. If you have an idea, if you want to go live, feel free. You don't have to ask me permission first. If you have something to share, do it.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
So I feel, and I think we've had conversations about this. I do not know what to say half the time. Like I can think a certain way, but the way that I think it doesn't come out the way that I want it to. So I think that's why I really wanted this leadership meeting because I need to know what to say. And I feel like anytime I introduce somebody or say, hey guys, what do you think about this? Or, hey, can you help me with this? Like it's chirp, nothing. So it drives me crazy. And I'm like, I don't know how to get across the message clearly to where they want to interact.
That's not you. If you're asking
It's not you.
question and you're not getting a simple answer, that's just laziness. That's not
Yeah.
you.
And maybe you need to be sick one day.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just telling you guys, people don't feel welcome to post on our page. People feel scared to ask stupid questions, which we all have the same questions. I mean, I still have questions about this new Join kit. And it's because I haven't watched all the videos yet. Okay? So if you ask me a question and I don't know, don't feel bad. Okay? Nobody's perfect. We don't have all the right answers. Sometimes you have to just put yourself out there, and sometimes you will get crickets. Sometimes I feel like I post way too much on our team page, which I've tried to back off on to kind of like give you guys some space, and also post really just important information. Like I said before,
I don't think you post too much. I actually really get a lot from it.
Oh, good. Well, I think you're probably only one of the people listening to that. People are like, ugh, Faith, ugh. Say to that girl. But like I said, if you follow this form, all these forms that I sent, you follow the scheduling in your calendars, and you're active on your team pages, you call people out, message them and be like, hey, I need you to do training on such and such on our team page. It's going to make them feel important. It's going to make them feel like you are watching them, because we are. You guys see their PRV, and sometimes you think, wow, that's awesome PRV, but we don't do anything about it. How hard is it to voice text somebody? It takes 5 seconds. I love voice texting. You guys know that. I'm like all obsessed about it. Jordan's like, yes, she is. It's just so much easier for me, like to just shoot over a message.
I'm starting to use that more too.
It's so good. And then also when I'm doing I'll tell you what I'm doing. When I'm doing my coaching calls, I'm actually doing face-to-face meetings. Well, as face-to-face as I can. Jordan's in California and Ashley's in Ohio. So I FaceTime them. And people react so much better to that than a phone call. And I prefer that, and I think I'm going to, I mean, when possible, if you can do FaceTime, I would highly suggest that. It makes it more personal. You get to see them. You get to talk to them. It doesn't have to be an hour-long conversation. You have to respect their time, and they have to respect theirs. So I would schedule a time limit, like 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the person. It really just depends on the person, because obviously, like, me and Crystal could talk for like an hour. So there's probably not going to be a time limit when I talk to Crystal, because we're going to talk about other things. But you have to set boundaries, and you have to have time for your family too. So make sure you're doing these calls, but also make sure that they know that you respect their time and you expect them to do the same. So what do you guys think about this? Are you guys going to use the calendar and the coaching call forms? Because I really think we need to start drilling into our leadership. I really do. What do you guys think? Unmute yourself. I want some verbal intercourse with everybody.
Yes.
No for Jordan?
I said yes.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, you're like, no? No, I'm like, yes.
No, Jordan was going like this.
Oh.
I haven't actually opened the forums yet.
Okay, that's okay. You're not going to get kneecapped today. Not today.
I will use the forms. The calendar, I'm still like, I'm struggling with the calendar.
I'm the opposite, yeah. I might not use the forms, but I'm gonna definitely use the follow-up system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same.
And whatever works for you guys. If you guys need to tweak it, this is just a guideline for you. We discussed before how people are going to change their calendars, how they might change some of the things on the coaching calls. Whatever works is for you, as long as you have a system and as long as you're teaching those systems to other people. Because I feel like that's where I've been lacking, and I'm so glad that we have people that are smart enough to make systems so I can follow them. Because I am not very system oriented, and like I said, I've been just like overwhelmed the past couple months. I can tell my leadership is lacking, and I've just been a hot mess. So I really want you guys to share this with your team page once they start seeing that you guys are using these forms, the coaching forms, or seeing that you're doing one-on-one calls or using the calendar. Then it's going to be easier for them to use and then also train their dogs.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I feel. What do you guys have any other issues with leadership issues, team issues? What's going on?
I do have a couple actually. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My top leaders on my team have not been interacting that much, and I can't really figure out. I talked to you about the certain person where I feel like she's got a lot going on right now, and I'm kind of, just letting her feel her way through things. But even my other top leaders have gone on the back burner, and I've never seen their PRV as low as it is for the middle of the month. And I sent them all messages today. I did our group chat where I sent everybody, hey, how's everything going? And only one person responded, and that's the one that is just now seeing her capability and what she can do. So that was kind of a bit of a surprise to me, but she's really wanting to step up her game. And I asked her to post the other day on the team page that she sent me something. I was like, you really need to post that on a team page. That's pretty, creative. So I don't know what else to say to them. I feel like I say something and it's like I get nothing.
Are you doing these one-on-one calls? I really think that these coaching forums are going to help you because it's one-on-one.
I think
they're going to be able to see what their previous month's PRV is, what's compared to now, and they're going to be like, hey, something's not quite right. What do I need to do? And if they're really into it, if they really want to work this business, then you're going to see improvement from them. But I really think that these coaching forums are really going to help you in that area. I really do.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have any issues? I know that you guys, I know I get messages from you guys about so-and-so is going active. It's really bothering me. It bothers me too. After 3 years, it bothers me, guys. It still bothers me to this day. But know that sometimes it's just them. It's nothing that you're doing. People just, sometimes it's not for them, and that's okay. Cincy's not for everybody. Or they have life happens, and sometimes Cincy's the easiest thing for them to drop off. And sometimes it's just that they don't want to do it. So I don't want you guys to feel bad when somebody goes inactive, but I do want you guys to try your hardest to contact everybody and to really start hard with everybody on our team to make sure that we're not missing anything on our end, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what I needed. I really have been lacking, and I feel a lot better now. And I love seeing you guys, and I love seeing the potential in everybody, because I know, I worked on some of you guys for so long, and you guys are just so awesome. So don't get discouraged. Things happen. What do you guys think about this incentive? Where are you guys at in the incentive? Do you guys have an incentive plan? Because it's only March.
I have a plan, and I need to get my life together.
Crystal got a lot of stuff going on, though. So that's okay, Crystal. I'm on the struggle bus after the last incentive. I feel like we just got off of an incentive, and I'm really, really tired. And I haven't been putting in the effort. Huh?
That's me. Just let me get on the damn boat, and I'll worry about Mexico later.
That's kind of, I feel like a lot of people feel like that. And I don't know if a lot of people, I'm sure a good amount of people are on this incentive, especially new consultants, because they did get all the points for joining in February. But yeah, I think a lot of leaders are really, really tired from the last incentive and not even waiting like a week. It was just the next day we started a new incentive. But for you guys who didn't earn the Mediterranean, then it's a really good opportunity to earn Mexico.
Oh, I'm going to Mexico.
Look, Emily's like, I'm going to Mexico.
Right now, my focus is trying to get my team to grow, and I mean, the fact that all the ones that I know could be active are actually active this month, I'm tickled pink. So if I can get them over 500, then it's a red letter day.
Yeah.
And if I can get them to have consistency, awesome.
Yep.
So
I think that's really important because, you know, hitting large numbers 1 out of every 4 months is fine, but you have to have that consistency like Theron's talking about. Like, you have to, at least 500 a month, guys, especially if you want to get paid a title. And doing follow-up and things like that, that's where you're going to start getting that PRV. But yeah, consistency is really important, especially with an incentive. Like, it's 2,500 points for consistency. That's crazy. There was something else I was going to say, but now I can't think about it. Oh, okay. So, oh my gosh, she's not asleep yet. No. So last month with the $49 join deal, obviously you guys sponsored like crazy animals. My thing, I'm very proud of you guys. That's awesome. I feel like I only really try and recruit during a join special. I try and recruit all year round, but I feel like I go into beast mode during a join special, and I feel like a lot of people do, and that's not how it should be. We should be recruiting every single month. Yes, I recruited 6 last month, but what if I recruited 1 to 2 every month? It's going to be easier for me to train. It's going to show consistency to my team. All these different things. And I feel like that's something that we all need to work on, is recruiting and showing everybody else to recruit, not just during a join special. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys feel the same way?
Yeah.
I'm having a horrible time recruiting right now.
But you have 1 this month, basically.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
Fingers
crossed.
Yeah, but I really think that that's one thing that I don't know if we need to do, like a team challenge with recruiting this month. I'm open to suggestions.
I'd rather do a booking challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My goal is to recruit 1 to 2 every month, but you know, if I get 1 in 3 months, you know.
And I'm not saying I'm saying that's really good, but I'm just saying that, like, I feel like personally, I go like into crazy beast mode, recruiting mode during a join special, and then I kind of like step back during the $99, and I need to make some changes personally. So, but I see that among our group, like last month we had like 40 some.
Wow.
And this month I think we have like 3.
Yeah.
I don't like the $49 joins. Like, I
agree. It's kind of like
a lot of people don't like it because of that reason. I know exactly what you're going to say.
It's horrible.
Well, and a lot of people don't stick with it because it's only $49. Like, it's like you're not marrying it, you're just dating it. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I've kind of seen with a couple of people.
Yeah.
Or they join just to get the kit. And which is cool, you know.
That's fine. As long as you know that going into it.
Right.
Oh my gosh, stop the group text. Okay, so that's one of the things I want us to focus on. We can do a booking challenge, a booking blitz of sorts. But I really want you guys, when you do these calls, especially people that have been with Scentsy for a little while and they're certified and they're not lead, to talk about recruiting and talk about how many people they need to talk to a day. 2 to 3 people a day you need to talk to. That's what you need to talk to a day about joining new people. And I, like I said, I have my dream team list. I write them down. I, contact them. I send out possibility packets, and then I follow up. If they say no, that's fine. It happens. I get no's a lot, but I'm eventually going to get a yes. But I need to work on that more consistently. So that's something that I'm going to try and be better at personally. So anything else before we pop off? Because I think it's been about an hour, and I want to make sure I respect your guys' time. Anybody else have any last questions or concerns before we pop off?
Are we doing any more of these meetings? I know you said it would probably go into a couple.
Yeah, I think we're going to do a couple more because I really want to focus on leadership. Obviously, this week was the coaching calls and the scheduling.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's so many more aspects of leadership that I'm going to try and do probably another one in 2 weeks after Matt gets back and like I can get settled and
Okay.
all my events get done for this month. But I'm going to try and be more active, and I want you guys to be more active on this leadership page as well. You know, share leadership ideas. If you're having issues like with your team pages, guys, talk about it so we can talk about it, so we can all come. Everybody's having issues with their team pages. So if we can all get together and work on that, we're stronger together. That's all there is to it. So that's what we need to do. So if you guys would take the initiative and post more on our leadership page. Oh my gosh, stop.
There's another baby. Need another baby.
I can't even handle myself right now.
Yeah, say hi, baby.
Come here, Cooper.
So Ashley,
Kidding.
tomorrow I'm gonna be sick. So
What?
Tomorrow I'm gonna be sick. So I'm gonna need you to help me with this leadership thing. I mean,
No. Oot. There's kids here.
so many babies.
Okay.
Matt, Maverick. So what do you guys think about that? Are you gonna be try and be more active on the leadership page on ours? Oh, you. Sorry, buddy. Yes.
I'm going to continue to be more active on selective pages. Currently I'm focusing on my team page, Crystal's Conquered Within, and Anchored in Leaders.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I've kept my focus.
And I think that's one of the things, like I like the Anchored in Leaders because it does have people from different groups, but like I was talking about earlier, we really have to grow our leadership skills too. And we need to make sure we focus on that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, if you want me to jump on your page, I mean, tell me you're sick. I don't care.
He's
But
sick.
otherwise, I can only monitor so many of them.
Oh no, I completely understand. I have to get off some of the pages because there's like, I'm on every other director's page. So I think there's 40 some directors, plus the regular director page, plus all the like flyer pages, joint. It's ridiculous. So you
I
can only
pay
do so
attention to
much.
2 pages. Anchored and yours. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's
I can't
yeah.
do the others. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets out of control. So I understand that, but I really think if we build a strong leadership team within our group, then we can grow really strong leaders. And that's what I want to see.
So you want me to be sick, or you're going to be sick for Faithfully Fragrant or Leader?
Leaders tomorrow.
Damn it. Oh. Okay.
But I am going to be sick for Faithfully Fragrant too, so I feel like somebody needs to help me out there too.
You want me to do that one and then?
No. I've already voluntold you. But one
Alright,
of you guys.
Ladies, we'll talk at y'all later. Thanks again.
Bye. But yeah, like I said, if I... But I'm going to stop the recording.